You want to talk to a guy who went to, he'll explain, like, why true Mexicans don't like Linda Ronstadt's Spanish albums.
Okay, let me hear why. Hey, sir, I got to go.
All right.
Unless you got something to say, you know.
All right.
Okay.
He'll tell you about an incident that happened. And
hey, man.
Hey, what's up, Howard? Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, I used to live in Mexico City, and my wife worked for a radio station there, and we used to go to all the award shows. And in '87, she came out with her first album, Canciones de mi Padre.
Yeah. You know what that means? I'm so desperate I can't sell any more English-speaking albums.
Well, pretty much that's true.
Right.
What happened was that her album was up for a couple of awards with some other Mexican artists.
Right.
And so they had this big projection screen on the stage. And when her album, the cover, appeared, all the Mexicans started throwing crap at the stage and throwing it at the screen and booing her like hell.
Of course.
And the reason is because they wrote in the papers the next day in all the Mexican newspapers that here's a woman that had a 20-year career.
Right.
And all of a sudden, she uses their heritage to capitalize and make lots of money. And do you think she ever gave a penny to her Mexican brothers and sisters?
Of course not. Not when you work Sun City.
Oh, it was just incredible. Like I don't know how they found vegetables in the audience. That was the amazing thing.
Such well-behaved people.
Well,
She deserved it. Of course she deserved it.
Her album lost out to a group called Los Yonics.
I know Los Yonics. I'm a fan of theirs.
Yeah, right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, have a good one.
Bye-bye. I'm a big fan of Los Yonics.
What's that?
I said I'm a big fan of Los Yonics.
God bless you, Howard.
Right. That's all. That's what I said, and now I'm not going to repeat it 27 times. Got to clean the tacos out of his ears. All right. Enough of that. Do me a favor, Robin. Next vacation, stay home.
I would try.
Yeah.
I would.
Robin absolutely said you were playing a character, too, and again, she's being a hypocrite.
I said that when he's saying those things, he's usually in a character. I didn't say that Howard Stern is a character all the time.
Right. Howard, is that true? Are you usually in a character when you're spouting off?
No, Robin explained. No. As a matter of fact, I have always confessed, and I think Robin has too. I think you know one thing. We're pretty much ourselves. You can't be on the air 4 hours or 5 hours a day and not be yourself. I couldn't do it.
I believe that.
And everything that I've ever said, I never considered funny. People say I'm funny. My concept of radio always was, and Robin can back me up on this, to get on the air, be yourself, and let things come out. And even if they're not politically correct, or maybe you'll be wrong sometimes or whatever, try to at least be honest. And say what's on your mind.
That's why we love you. But then, Robin...
No, let me explain something.
No. Here you go. You're
Robin,
not understanding anything either.
Robin is saying that there are many times when I get on the air and I'm doing an impression like, hello there.
That's not what she said.
She said that this morning, anyway.
That's what I was referring to.
It was her first time...
Because most people... sit here and they would take a Bob and Ray comment and put it in the paper and said Howard Stern said, but that was said in a character. That's what I'm talking about.
But you know what I really wanted to see?
Yeah.
I wanted to see Jay roll out a big tub of Joe and have those two fat broads go at it right on the stage. I love it.
What the hell is that guy?
Turn on the
that fat pig, Rosie O'Donnell. And then Linda Ronstadt, the biggest hypocrite on the world, goes, we got to play the tape again. I'm playing that tape again.
Suddenly you can't tell the difference between the two of them physically.
Yeah, really. What happened there?
When did you ever think that Linda Ronstadt and Rosie O'Donnell would look alike?
Linda Ronfat.
Rosie, trimmed down to get near Linda.
Yeah. Yeah. Wonder why Governor Jerry Brown backed out of that engagement, huh, Linda? Maybe he saw a prediction coming, huh? Maybe he asked the Magic 8 Ball, will you get fat? You. Yeah, you know what that is? That's false advertising. I call that. You marry a woman and she ends up looking like Linda Ronstadt.
She was really fat for a long time until right before she got famous. She got thin.
And she doesn't have any time to diet.
I saw her high school yearbook picture.
She's doing nothing, right?
She does nothing.
Around waiting
She's
for the
singing.
next album to come out.
Telling black people how they should live. She has a nerve to say to Robin, as a woman, as a black woman, you should.
Well, she didn't even say that, but it was, you don't have to mention that because, unlike Linda Ronstadt, I don't have to say I'm Hispanic for people to know it.
Yeah, and by the way, she never admitted that until her career started falling apart. That's a real Hispanic name, Ronstadt. I'm more Hispanic.
Yeah,
Stern is more.
How Mexican-American is she with that Ronstadt name?
Meanwhile, Robin's doing a book signing in California. 40% of the people online are Mexican-Americans. Lining up for us.
They didn't seem to know that Linda was so upset or what she was upset about.
And Linda didn't know what she was upset about because she's never heard the show. But she's mouthing off.
Reading a press release.
Yeah, but Linda forgot to mention about Sun City, didn't she? How evidently, I guess black people don't count. Oh, hypocrite. Hypocrite. I'm the only person in the world who isn't a hypocrite. Even Robin's a hypocrite. I don't even know why.
But you'll figure it out.
I'm sure there's something in there. I am so great. And everyone else is nothing.
But I love the idea, you know, because Linda actually thought that she'd throw me and that I couldn't defend what I do for a living.
You handled it beautifully, my angel.
You know, she thinks that stupid cow sits there and thinks I'm dumb and don't know what I'm doing every day.
Let me tell you something. When the audience started booing her and you had them all in the palm of your hand, I was never prouder. And stupid Jay was sitting there like a jackass. Jay, what's the matter with you? Can't you handle anything?
I'm still under the desk. I don't want to get into this.
Let me play this. This is Robin on The Tonight Show. And here is that disgusting pig, Linda Ronstadt, sitting down with Jay and trying to blast Robin, except it all backfires when the audience starts booing. We did a whole rap on this at 6 o'clock in the morning for over an hour and a half, so we're a little burnt out on the topic, but I figure maybe some people missed it. Linda Ronstadt had a little conniption, but it was a convenient conniption because she hasn't sold any albums in a while, so now all of a sudden she's...
Notice she didn't leave before singing that song and pushing the album.
Yeah, right.
She's so disgusted.
Yeah.
She was distracted from singing, but she sang anyway.
She sang because she's such a professional, and she sat down and, of course...
No, she didn't sing because she was a professional.
I'm being sarcastic, I think. But she sat down and went into some little stupid thing about our show, which she has never heard. She's upset about the show, but she's never heard the show, and she doesn't know why she's upset. When she was questioned, she wasn't sure why she was upset.
But she's upset as a woman and a Mexican-American.
Yeah. Now she's a Mexican-American. Of course, she never used to cop to that, as far as I know. I didn't hear her talking about it for years.
Everybody was shocked when she started singing these Latin songs. Everybody said, why? And then she said, oh, by the way, I am Mexican-American.
Yeah, and by the way, she fails to tell you that she used to play Sun City in the 80s and has failed to apologize for it. She refuses to apologize.
There's nothing wrong with that.
There's a blacklist set up of people, performers who did that, and all they have to do to get off the blacklist, supposedly, is to say, I'm sorry, and she won't say she's sorry.
She really liked taking all that money.
Yeah, especially from black people who, of course, have been enslaved, but she's worried about Mexican Americans. I'm sure she cares about a lot of people. What she cares about is promoting her stupid album and kowtowing to politically correct forces.
Very nice. Oh, you're always terrific. Emmylou Harris has done this too, right?
She is indeed.
Yeah. That fun?
It was fun, but I was kind of distracted when I was singing. It's not my place to take issue with one of your guests, but...
She looked like she was going to burst into tears.
Yeah, she's a coward.
Yeah.
She didn't really feel this, because if you really feel something like this, what are you afraid of, and why are you so nervous about it?
Yeah, she's a cow-word.
I felt deeply upset by what you said, and I think that it's because Howard Stern is not really presenting himself as a character, as a lovable bigot. He's
understand what we're doing, and if you're going to react to what you read in the press...
She thinks the people who listen to this show are ignorant? Is that what she just said? She says, she thinks they're ignorant? She's out of touch. She got completely shocked when they started booing.
Yeah.